What are 5 great ETBs to pick up going into 2023? Well, in this video, we're going to be going through all of them. Let's go and find out. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be taking a look at 5 great ETBs, which I think are going to be good for 2023. Now, I've already gone through collection boxes. So in this video, we're going to be going through ETBs. Now, some of these ETBs are still pretty decent price to get hold of. Some of them, I do believe, for the long term, will be really good to pick up now going into 2023. Some of these still are quite easy to get hold of. Some of them are a little bit more tricky, but overall, I do believe these are really good. Now, personally, I don't collect much in the way of ETBs, but some ETBs can be very good long-term investments. And we've seen it before in other sets, especially in Sun and Moon era. So we're going to take a look at TCG Player at what's been going on with these 5 ETBs. Let's get into it. At number 5, we have the Chilling Reign ETB. Now, this could be either the Pokemon Center one or just a regular one. Either one is pretty good going. And the reason is Chilling Reign's good. And Chilling Reign booster boxes are going up in price. But the ETBs are still really cheap. And now's a really good time to get hold of them. You know me, I love Chilling Reign. I've been loving it for ages. And the ETBs are pretty good, in my opinion. Pokemon Center, in all honesty, is always better than the normal ETBs. I always say that across the board for normal sets, mainly because you get really cool value. And not only that, you get really good value, but not only that, I do feel like the Pokemon Center ETBs just add that little bit extra value and rarity to it than just the normal standard ones. So we take a look over on TCG Player for Chilling Reign. And look, you can pick them up for around $35 for the regular one. Now, the Pokemon Center one are a little bit more expensive. Still can pick them up on the Pokemon Center website for around, what, like $50 or so. This is pretty good. We go back a year. This has honestly just pretty much always been around the $30 to $40 mark for the longest time. Now, I do feel like, always say ETB should have more packs. They are having that in Scarlet and Violet, but we're getting rid of the whole 8 packs and nothing else. So that's one thing to, consider. I would say these are great. You can get either the Shadow Rider or the Ice Rider. It doesn't really make much difference. Take whichever one you like. Maybe get one of each. Cool for your collection. But I do feel like it's really good. Really cheap right now. Not great to open. I would say great to keep sealed. These are really good. Chilling Reign is getting hard to get hold of now. And not only that, like I say, booster boxes are going up. ETBs have stayed pretty stable. So they're pretty good prices to pick up right now. And you can pick these up for less than $35. I've seen some places here in the UK, £30 for an ETB for Chilling Reign. Now, for the Pokemon Center one is £50, still pretty good going. So that is one thing to take into consideration when looking at ETBs. Is Chilling Reign, pretty good deal. Next up, we have a Brilliant Stars. Either, again, the Brilliant Stars ETB, or we're taking a look at the Pokemon Center one. Now, this is a fantastic product. I do think it's amazing. Booster boxes of Brilliant Stars are going up. Now, Brilliant Stars is due to have a reprint. And if they do reprint it, I expect it to be a booster box rather than an ETB. That's why I always say the Pokemon Center ones are just better, because as a rule, they don't tend to get reprinted anywhere near as much as normal ETBs or even booster boxes. So we take a look at the ETB. We got it here for the Pokemon Center one at $60. Over here in the UK, you can pick up on the Pokemon website for £50, which I think is pretty good going. And the normal ETB is around £40 or $40. Brilliant. It is Brilliant Stars, but it is a fantastic set. It really is. And it's, in my opinion, the second best set in the Sword and Shield era. I still firmly believe that it's probably still going to stay as the second best set in the Sword and Shield era, even better than Crown Zenith, but we have to wait and see. But it is great, like with booster boxes going up in price, the single cards rising as well. I do feel like Brilliant Stars is one of the best Sword and Shield era sets to collect, period, whether it's booster boxes or ETBs. So I wouldn't hesitate at picking this up. Ideally, Pokemon Center one rather than the normal one, but either is very good for any collection. Next up, we have one of my all-time favorites, and that is Shining Fates ETB. This set has been reprinted and printed and printed over and over again. But I think in 2023, moving forward, I would highly doubt we see any more reprints of this set. This is a fantastic product. The price of this have gone all over the show. They really have. We go back to last year. Go back a year, okay? Give us an idea. It was nearly around $80 in ETB, and then it had a massive reprint, huge reprint. And since then, it has stayed around about that $40 to $50 mark for the longest time. Over here in the UK, you could pick this up for around £45, £50 for an ETB, and you can still get other products as well, like collection boxes and stuff, but the ETB is the best one to get. I love this set so much. You have the Shiny Charizard VMAX. It's a great, fun set to open. Tons of pulls in there. But you get 10 packs. You get 10 packs. You get the promo. You get all the accessories. Specialist set ETBs are usually really good. Hidden Fates is really good. Champion's Path is a bit weak, in my opinion. But Shining Fates is very strong, because it is cheap. It is really cheap right now. And you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong with Shining Fates. Long term, I think this is going to do very well. I think this time next year, we could probably see this going back up to that $80 mark, in all honesty. I don't think it'll go as crazy as Hidden Fates, reaching, 160 or whatever. But I do feel like it'll reach heading towards that $80 mark by the end of 2023, which is a great return on something that you could probably pick up between $40 to $50 right now. This is a fantastic product. Like I say, £50 here in the UK. Not bad. It's not bad. I remember, a year or so ago, they were around £65, £70 each. And now they're pretty good time to really go and pick them up. Next up, we have Celebrations. Now, I think the Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB is the better of the two, but the normal one is great also. Let's take a look at this. We're looking at about $105 for this right now. It is sold out currently over here in the UK. They kept restocking this for a while at £65, which I think was just a fantastic deal. But over here in the UK, it's now still on eBay for around like 100, 110. So it is starting to trickle up to match kind of like the US price, as it were. And this is still a great product. Even $100, this is still pretty good. I mean, a normal Celebrations ETB is about 70. So for the Pokemon Center one, I think this is great. You get a ton of packs in there, like 19 packs in total. You get the promo, you get all sorts of cool stuff in there. This is a really good product for the long term. Celebrations is a set which everybody loves. Everyone has great fun opening it. And down the line, it's gonna be a set, and these products are gonna do really well. But it's gonna be a set where people are gonna look back and they're like, yeah, Celebrations, it was really great fun. And that's gonna carry it. It really, really will. Now, I don't see these ETBs reaching the same heights as like Generations ETB. I kind of feel like the Ultra Premium collection box will gonna go that route rather than these. But I do feel like these are great for the long term. They really, really are. We go back a year of this Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB. It has stayed so steady around the $100 mark for the longest time. And it's only a matter of time where it will start to uptick. It will. And, I don't know how fast it will go, but it will be a slow climber. It will be a slow and gradual climber for the Pokemon Center and the normal one. So that's one thing to take into consideration. There isn't going to be any more of this being printed. This was especially for the Pokemon 25th anniversary. We come up to the 26th anniversary before we know it, and so on and so forth. So right now, I think it is such a great pickup. Either the normal ETB or the Pokemon Center one. Both are great, but if you had to choose, I would probably have to go for the Pokemon Center one. But both are fantastic right now because they're not really moving much. So now's a great time before they start ticking up. Before we get to the last bit, guys, if you made it far into the video, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content. And guys, let me know down in the comments which ETBs have you been picking up this year and which ones are you going to be looking to picking up going into 2023 and beyond for that long term. For me, personally, I'm going to be going for Shining Fates. You know me, I love Shining Fates so much. And yeah, it's one of my favorite sets. Although Celebrations is pretty good as well. But for me, I do feel like, Shining Fates is really good. However, number one is a strong contender for my choice. Coming in number one, we have Evolving Skies ETBs, regular, again, or Pokemon Center. Both of them fantastic. You can't go wrong with either of them, in all honesty. It's Evolving Skies. It's so good, right? Booster boxes are going to record prices. Absolutely crazy. ETBs, they're climbing too. We take a look at just the normal one. This isn't the Pokemon Center one. $64 basically right now. We go back a year. It is sharp. I mean, it dropped because it did have a reprint and then it went back up. Now, with the Pokemon Center ones, they didn't really have a reprint. They've just been climbing. They're over $100 now. Here in the UK, you're looking at normal ETBs at around £60. And then the Pokemon Center ones, they're also going for around £90 to £100. So they're on the uptick as well. And these are good. These actually had a reprint on the Pokemon Center website not too long ago here in the UK. Just a small drop, not massive. I think it lasted like 2 hours and it was gone. But this is still a great product. If you can pick this up, for around £55, £60, that's not too bad. $65 is not bad either. I know over here in the UK we had a little deal with like Costco. They had a deal with like a tin and an ETB for like £60, £65. Fantastic, right? So, you got to take into consideration all those certain things. This is still the best set in the Sword and Shield era. Anything related to Evolving Skies has been going up and it is going to go up. If they're going to reprint Evolving Skies, in my opinion, it's probably going to be just loose packs in other products, whether or not it be collection boxes, tins, sleeve boosters, stuff like that. I don't feel like they're going to mass reprint ETBs or Pokemon Center ETBs or booster boxes. So I do feel like long term, even if they do reprint them, your safe bet is still with Evolving Skies. I mean, look at the chart. We see a reprint. It dropped literally by like 50%. And then it's bounced straight back up. It took time to bounce back up, but it did bounce back up. And it's still climbing to go back up to where it was. so it will bounce back even after a reprint. This is such a good set that people are just gonna want to crack packs for the long term for the chase for that Umbreon and all the other crazy alt arts that are in this set. So guys, Evolving Skies, for me, I'll have to take it because it is that good. There you have it. Those are my 5 ETB picks for 2023. Of course, it's going to be Evolving Skies for number 1, right? It's that good, but they're all good. And there are a ton of other ETBs, which are pretty good going as well. There's some I would avoid, like the Vivid Voltage one, the Dancer Blaze one, just because they just recently had a massive reprint. And I'm not being funny, the price of them have dropped a fair amount, but they will bounce back up over time. I do feel like a lot of these ETBs will bounce back up over time when they're out of print. They're all pretty good in their own right, but there are just some that are just better in my opinion than others. And right now, these are great ones for 2023 and beyond because they're such good deals. Yeah, Evolving Skies, number 1. Celebrations is pretty good as well. There you have it, guys. That is it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are the legends, and I'll see you all in the next one.